to have back at them, but why pamper them unnecessarily? Now a good housekeeper, that means more than words can express. Comfort, kindness, sanitary living, care in illness. Here's to the prospective housekeeper of Medicine Woods. Rogers, hang those ruffled embroidered curtains. Observe that whereas mere guest beds are plain white, this has a touch of brass. Where guest rugs are floor coverings, this is a work of art. Where guest brushes are celluloid, these are enameled. And the dresser cover is hand embroidered. Let me also call your attention to the chairs touched with gold, cushioned for ease, and a decorated pitcher and bowl. Watch the bounce of these springs and the thickness of this mattress and pad, and notice that where guests, however welcome, get a down cover of sateen, the lady of the house has silk-a-line. Won't she prepare us a breakfast after a night in this room?" "David, are you in earnest?" gasped the Girl. "Don't these things prove it?" asked the Harvester. "No woman can enter my home when my necessities are so great I have to hire her to come and take the worst in the house. After my wife, she gets the best every time. Whenever I need help, the woman who will come and serve me is what I'd call the real guest of the house. Friend? Where are your friends when trouble comes? It always brings a crowd on account of the excitement, and there is noise and racing, but if your soul is saved alive, it is by a steady, trained hand you pay to help you. Friends come and go, but a good housekeeper remains and is a business proposition. One that, if conducted rightly for both parties and on a strictly common sense basis, gives you living comfort. Now that we have disposed of the guests that go and the one that remains, we will proceed downward and arrange for ourselves." "David, did you ever know any one who treated a housekeeper as you say you would?" "No, and I never knew any one who raised medicinal stuff for a living, but I'm making a gilt-edged success of it, and I would of a housekeeper too." "It doesn't seem—" "That's the bedrock of all the trouble on the earth," interrupted the Harvester. "We are a nation, and a part of a world that spends our time on seeming. Our whole outer crust is seeming. When we get beneath the surface and strike the being, then we live as we are privileged by the Almighty. I don't think I give a tinker how anything seems. What concerns me is how it is. It doesn't seem possible to you to hire a woman to come into your home and take charge of its cleanliness and the food you eat, the very foundation of life, and treat her as an honored guest and give her the best comfort you have to offer. The cold room, the old covers, the bare floor, and the cast-off furniture are for her. No wonder, as a rule, she gives what she gets. She dignifies her labour in the same ratio that you do. Wait until we need a housekeeper, and then gaze with awe on the one I will raise to your hand." "I wonder—" "Don't! It's wearing. Come, tell me how to make our living room less bare than it appears at present." They went downstairs together, followed by the decorator, and began work on the room. The Girl was placed on a couch and made comfortable, and then the Harvester looked around. "That bundle there, Rogers, is the curtains we bought for this room. If you and my wife think they are not right, we will not hang them." The decorator opened the package, took out curtains of tan-coloured goods with a border of blue and brown. "Those are not expensive," said the Harvester, "but to me a window appears bare with only a shade, so I thought we'd try these, and when they become soiled we'll burn them and buy some fresh ones." "Good idea!" laughed the Girl. "As a house decorator you surpass yourself as a Medicine Man." "Fix these as you did those upstairs," ordered the Harvester. "We don't want any fol-de-rols. Put the bottom even with the sill and shear them off at the top." "No, I am going to arrange these," said the decorator. "You go on with your part." "All right," agreed the Harvester. "First I'll lay the big rug." He cleared the floor, spread a large rug with a rich brown centre and a wide blue border. Smaller ones of similar design and colour were placed before each of the doors leading from the room. "Now for the hearth," said the Harvester. "I got this tan goat skin. Doesn't that look fairly well?" It certainly did, and the Girl and the decorator hastened to say so. The Harvester replaced the table and chairs, and then sat on the couch at the Girl's feet. "I call this almost finished," he remarked. "All we need now is a bouquet and something on the walls, and that is serious business. What goes on them usually remains for a long time, and so it should be selected with care. Ruth, have you a picture of your mother?" "None since she was my mother. I have some lovely girl photographs." "Good!" cried the Harvester. "Exactly the thing! I have a picture of my mother when she was a pretty girl. We will select the best of yours and have them enlarged in those beautiful brown prints they make in these days, and we'll frame one for each side of the mantel. After that you can decorate the other walls as you see things you want. 15 minutes gone. We are ready to take up the line of march to the dining room. Oh, I forgot my pillows. Here are a half dozen tan, brown, and blue for this room. Ruth, you arrange them." The Girl heaped 4 on the couch, stood one beside the hearth, and laid another in a big chair. "Now I don't know what you will think of this," said the Harvester. "I found it in a magazine at the library. I copied this whole room. The plan was to have the floor, furniture, and casings of golden oak, and the walls pale green. Then it said get yellow curtains bordered with green, and a green rug with yellow figures, so I got them. I had green leather cushions made for the window seats, and these pillows go on them. Hang the saffron curtains, Rogers, and we will finish in good shape for dinner by 6. By the way, Ruth, when will you select your dishes? It will take a big set to fill all these shelves, and you shall have exactly what you want." "I can use those you have very well." "Oh no, you can't!" cried the Harvester. "I may live and work in the woods, but I am not so benighted that I don't own and read the best books and magazines, and subscribe for a few papers. I patronize the library and see what is in the stores. My money will buy just as much as any man's, if I do wear khaki trousers. Kindly notice the word. Save in deference to your ladyship, I probably would have said pants. You see how élite I can be if I try, and it not only extends to my wardrobe to a yaller and green dining room, but it takes in the chiny as well. I have looked up that too. You want china, cut glass, silver cutlery, and linen. Yay! Yay! You needn't think I don't know anything but how to dig in the dirt. I have been studying this especially, and I know exactly what to get. Come here," said the Girl, making a place for him beside her. "Now let me tell you what I think. We are going to live in the woods, and our home is a log cabin." "With acetylene lights, a furnace, baths, and hot and cold water," interpolated the Harvester. The Girl and the decorator laughed. "Anyway," said she, "if you are going to let me have what I would like, I'd prefer a set of tulip yellow dishes with the Dutch little figures on them. I don't know what they cost, but certainly they are not so expensive as cut glass and china. Is that earnest? Or is it because you think I am spending too much money?" "It is what I want. Everything else is different. Why should we have dishes like city folk? I'd dearly love to have the Dutch ones, and a white cloth with a yellow border, glass where it is necessary, and silver knives, forks, and spoons." "That would be great, all right," endorsed the decorator. "And you have a priceless old lustre tea set there, and your willow ware is as fine as I ever saw. If I were you, I wouldn't buy a dish with what you have except the yellow set." "Great day!" ejaculated the Harvester. "Will you tell me why my great grandmother's old pink and green teapot is priceless?" The Girl explained pink lustre. "That set in the shop I knew in Chicago would sell from $300 to $500. Truly it would. I've seen one little pink and green pitcher like yours bring $9 there. And you've not only got the full tea set, but water and dip pitchers, 2 bowls, and 2 bread plates. They are priceless because the secret of making them is lost. They take on